This is Making Moves, and we're 50,000 Rand to invest in a business. 10 entrepreneurs will come face to face with our panel of judges to pitch for this investment.
I'm not convinced on where you're wanting to spend the money.
Your business could be in line to win this grand prize and our Money in the Bank series. Your business could be operating from home, the streets, or at a fancy office, no matter from a bicycle. Oksalayo, we are looking for you. Only 4 entrepreneurs will make it to the final episode to pitch for that investment. Watch Making Moves every Monday, 2 p.m. on SABC 1, Mzansi for sure.
How are you feeling?
A little bit nervous, but I'm looking forward to it.
Take a deep breath. Good, that was a very deep breath. You should be okay.
Why Dynastic must win the 50,000? Our company's vision
All
is to
right,
expand.
young man, your time is up. Thank you very much for your pitch.
I'm still not convinced you want to spend this money at the right place.
Lomlisa lona kusukela ebuncaneni bakhe eneminyaka eka-11 uSylvester Dlamini yena ke wayekwazi ukulungisa ama-home appliances kodwa wayengazi ukuthi lokho kuzoba indlela lena ke yena ke azoziphilisa ngayo uma esemdala. Ngemva kokuthi yena alahlekelwe ngubaba wakhe wasebenzisa sona lesi skill lesi sokuthi ke abe ngusomabhizinisi ozokondla umndeni wakhe. 12 years later, Lomlisa lona uxoxisana nathi ngohambo lwakhe lokuba ngusomabhizinisi nezinto ke futhi asezizuzile kulona lolu hambo.
I am Sylvester Dlamini, the founder of the company called Dynastic Electrical. What we do technical services and renewable energy. What makes our business special is we manage clients' expectations. When we do a project, we make sure that the client get involved in understanding of what is happening in the project. Our email address is info@dynastic.co.za.
Namhlanje ngisebhinoni ekuruleni lapho khona ngizohlangana nensizwa igama lakhe uSylvester. Lomlisa lona inkampani yakhe isebenza ngezogesi. Lesi skill Lomlisa lena ke asebenzisa kule business lakhe wasifundiswa ngubaba wakhe. Kwathi ngemva ukuthi ubaba wakhe emshiya, yena ke Lomlisa wasebenzisa leso skill leso ukuthi yena nakele umndeni wakhe futhi ke asimamise ibhizinisi leli abanalo namhlanje. The business has grown futhi yena ke uletheke ushintsho olukhulu kuleli business. Zobe ngichitha usuku naye ngifuna ukwazi kabanzi ukuthi usebenza nobani futhi le business labo lisebenza kanjani. Njani siswa? Siyaphila. Ngizobona uSylvester ukhona?
Yes.
Okay.
Kunjani ba?
Ngiyaphila njani mntaba?
Khona.
Khala kusiza ibhuti wami.
Yes.
Yes sir. Mntaba ngiyazi ukuthi ngalesikhathi uneminyaka engu-11.
Yes.
Ukulungisa izinto ama-appliances kwase sekuyizinto zakho.
Yes.
Ngeskill lesi wasinikezwa itime lakho ayikufundisa usebenzisana naye.
Yes.
Chazela abanzi-ke mfethu ukuthi why did you see the need ukuthi
Looking back now, I can say ukuthi ubaba ngishethu was a blessing in disguise because at the age of 11 bengi understand the trade but benganandaba nayo. Mina bengizitshe ukuthi mangicede isikolo ngifuna ukuzibona ngummeli. So after ubaba ngishile I've realized ukuthi anginayo enye option. After ngicede umatric wami mangise tertiary bengine challenge ukuthi anginamali ukuzibhadalela tertiary and then ngabona ukuthi I can use the skill that I have ukuthi ngikwazi ukuthi ngithole imali ngikwazi ukuthi ngizibhadalele ngiqhubeke ngesikolo.
Yebo baba.
Yes. No, ngicela ukuthi ungilinde kancane ngihambe ngiyoshintsha ngifake impahla zami zokusebenza.
Ngizobe ngilindile.
Thank you. Sure. Thanks.
Did you ever go mhlambe for extra training ukuthi wazi usiqinisa?
Yes, mangiceda umatric wami I went to college. Ngayenza u-N6 which is a national diploma. Then I went to Olifantsfontein ngathola a trade test. Then I even went further and I acquired an wireman's license. So I'm a fully qualified technician. Yes.
Amasenti oyifunding yaqhamuka kuphi ke mfethu ukuthi uwenze yonke lento le kahle ukuthi ihambe kahle.
It's not like a business whereby I had to store something. No, ngavele ngathatha toolbox kababa ne steps and then I hit the road. Being it every little job that I'm doing being saver. So that is why 2004 I've managed ukuthi ngikwazi ukuthi ngiregister lo ACC yami.
Yebo.
Yes.
Hayi no into enhle ke leyo mfethu.
This is one of our electrical projects esibiza ngazo. This was a house which was extended. So lana we're doing electrical work. As you can see now, we are on the final stage to finish off our work. Install our downlights and namalight amanye to make the house look nice.
Sylvester umntwana engimfundisile uphuma ezandleni zami. So I was very impressed ukuthi how kukhona izinto ezinhle ezenziwa yilabantwana. Ngikuthi noma sesakha indlu ke we thought of him ngoba bebathi bafuna umuntu ozaba able ukuthi asinike ne certification at the end of umsebenzi wonke. Obachupele bafaka phela ezinye izinto layman's language angizazi kahle. Noma ama-switch, bafaka ama-plugs, ne-gate le remote senzelwe yibo. Ama-prices wabo akahle. I'm very much happy ngawo.
So abantu abasebenzisana nawo bonke uma sebephelele bangaki?
Ngina 9 permanent staff, which consists of 6 technicians, sine operations manager, sine sales and marketing manager, bese ilona i-administrator.
So bawu-9 baphele?
Yes.
Awekho ama-freelancers like
No, awekho, but as umsebenzi mawukhula sinawo ama-temp esinoke siwabize. Yes.
Hayi ke 30 grand le.
Ngiqala ukusebenza 2009. Funda into eziningi, senze igesi, siyachupa, senza ama-electric fence, ama-camera, nama-intercom. Into eziningi sizenza bese manje kwamanje sengi-qualified kule zinto ezingizenzayo.
Okay, this is one of my projects which is Bizingawo. Over the years, the company here built a credibility to our clients in the extent that our clients wethu bagcine bas entrust nangama services ngawofara. So for that, sesiyabona an opportunity to expand our business. So as a result, last year sesa launched a different division. So now it's the electrical division less ibonile on the project besikuyo. So this one is a construction division. What we're doing la in the client beyina cracks. So we had to fix wonke lawo cracks lawo and then bese siyayipaint bese siyishintsha icolor. As you can see, the perimeter wall isafana nendlu which now sazoyenza ukuthi match nendlu.
Okay.
Yes.
So ukuba naleli business lakho umfowethu selibenefite kanjani umphakathi wangakini nendawo yangakini?
Okay, i-business ibe ne-positive impact to the community because like masibheka on our technical division kunabantu eseba-employile one bebangana-technical skill or bebangayelanga esikolweni but we've managed to train them ukuthi today seba-employable because sebanaso le skill sogesi. Yes.
So hayi ndlala iqhaza elikhulu kakhulu mfowethu.
Yes.
Ngiyabasiza lapho nalapho.
Yes.
Thank you very much Mntaba for isikhathi sakho. Mina nawe sohlangana e-studio.
Okay, siyabonga.
Ngiyabonga kakhulu Sylvester.
Thank you.
Thank you Mntaba. Sharp sharp.
You're surviving by taking a little bit in the business. The danger with that is that you start running personal expenses through the business bank account. For instance, things like school fees.
uSylvester yena wayenamaphupho ukuthi ngelinye ilanga uzoba umeli. Kodwa ukuthi njalo yena umephuma esikoleni wayehleze ematasatasa ekhanda ama-appliances omphakathi wangakubo. Looking back at his childhood, he says he cherishes every lesson he learned from his late father. Umndeni wakhe uxoxisana nathi ngemvelaphi yakhe loMlisa baphinde basitshele ukuthi kwakunjani ukulahlekelwa ngumzali.
Ukushona kwababa kaSylvester wayesuka la endlini ngoba kwakuumuntu electrician. So wayebizwe iclient. Wahlangana nabafana epark. Bafana bafuna ifoni. Bathi mabamkhomba wazama ukulwa nabo. Uthe makazama ukulwa nabo abahlula ngamandla base bamdubula baba ka Sylvester.
As I'm walking esikolweni, taking the direction to come back home, some people who know me, they were rushing to school. Bafuna ukuzongitshela indaba ukuthi your father has been shot at park. So I didn't believe. I rushed there, and indeed, when I arrived at the scene, I'm told to Vele he was shot, but he was still alive. Ambulance was called. He was taken to hospital, and for 2 weeks he was at hospital. By the time sasibona ukuthi he's recovering, he's gonna come back, and then he died. So it was a very big shock to my family.
Sure, ho no le thata haholo bane tsela ntate a hlokaetseng ka yona ha kula ntate ba mothunyeditse cell phone o tlisisa and a thunywa ke bana ba nakena le bona same school, so ntho ile am affect haholo financially ho ba nne le ntate wa breadwinner mme ya sebetse and yena o na le grade 10 ka nako eo.
It was such a big shock for me because at that moment, one, I didn't know what was going to happen, and impilo yami as my family was going to happen. But there was a voice that says to me, now you are a man and you need to act like a man.
uSylvester kula waqala khona ke ukubona ukuthi ayi impilo inzima. Ngiyambona umalume uyazama kodwa uyahluleka.
I think that is one of the things that motivated me to be the person I am today, because one, ngingathatha a conscious decision that I'm gonna live a life that if my father was still alive, he was going to be proud of me.
Sabachita bes creating ngola nan so already uyafuna ukuphila njengemuntu ngathi inkosi or something yabona ufuna ukuphushwa noma sigeze emabhavini afuna ugezela ebhavini wahamba create i-room nyana so wathatha i-hose pipe walibeka la phezulu ukuthi lo mchita mbambele i-hose pipe ukuthi yena ame phansi wala shower yabona.
Umuntu ozithandela abantu, umuntu okhule ahlonipha futhi.
Habuya holo o rata o tshe nthong le ngwe o starta ka o tshe o end up ka o tshe.
Ekseni uyavuka ageza umntanakhe ahambe amise esikolweni abuye ke azozilungisela yena ahamba emsebenzini.
To be a single dad, it's challenging for me because like now I feel I'm not giving enough parenting that a child needs. Because like for instance, I will go pick up my son at school, bring him here at home, and then we go to my place. And then when we get there, it's late at night, so sometimes I don't even get time to look at his books and then my homeworks. So one day my dad was there for me.
Ubaba akusubaba nyana lokuthi mhlamba bobaba nyana bama chance cha.
Yo ke ntate Masaba clinic se ka ngwana hae o na le ponelo pele wa tseba hore ha o le ntate ngwana o needa this and this wa utlwisisa. Around area ya bona Tambo hona le bana aba rekela school uniform.
When I do something that at the end of the day, when I sit down, I say this will change someone's life, that makes me feel good, and that motivates me to keep on doing that because that is like fun to me.
uSylvester uyazi ukuthi uma ngabe ke yena afuna i-Dynastic Electrical ukuthi iphumelele kulesi simo sethu somnotho esintengantengayo komele ukuthi aze namasu ahlukahlukene azolisiza leli business ukuthi lithuthuke. He wants to venture into automation and solar energy. Njengamanje uxoxisana noPepsi ukumtshela amasu anawo azomsiza ukuthi leli bhizinisi lithuthuke.
I just arrived at Making Moves. I'm here to see Pepsi to discuss about my business. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm looking forward to do it.
Sylvester has managed to grow Dynastic Electrical from a one-man show to permanently employing 9 staff members. Now, he wants to branch into renewable energy, construction, and automation services. He's here to share with me some of his business milestones, discuss what's next for Dynastic Electrical, and just share some of his journey with me. Sylvester, welcome to Making Moves.
Thank you.
All right, Dochak.
Great.
Sharp. I love the jacket, you know? Branded Dynastic.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's jump straight into the meat of it, okay?
Yes.
Is the business profitable?
Yes, it is.
It is?
Yeah.
I don't know if it is. I mean, I've looked at your financial statements. You had a loss in 2015 and a loss year ending 2016.
Yes.
So let's try that question again.
Yes.
Is the business profitable?
When I answer you to say the business it is, I'm talking about the current. Yes, there was mistakes that happened, like you mentioned, 2015 and 2016. The business was not profitable because the business was in the process where I'm building structures to make the business to be profitable. So as I'm speaking to you now, the business is moving from a negative graph to a positive graph.
That's true. I mean,
Yes.
I've seen some of your bank statements for this year,
Yes.
and the business seems to be doing well. It's moving in the right direction.
Yes.
A few concerns when I was looking at your numbers. I see that it doesn't look like you're paying yourself a salary.
No, I am not in the moment. Whatever that I'm getting to the business, I'm reinvesting to the business because I believe I must first grow a business to a certain point, and then from there I can start to pay myself a comfortable salary.
Okay.
So for now, I just take a little bit from the business so that I can survive.
Okay, so you're surviving by taking a little bit in the business. The danger with that is that you start running personal expenses through the business bank account. For instance, things like school fees. It's a difficult thing. It's not good for the health of the business. It's not good when you go and look for funding. It's not good when investors look at your business that you are running personal expenses through the business. It's not good because, especially if you're not very, very disciplined with it, you can start dipping in too much. And then you never know whether the business is doing well or not.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So rather take a small salary.
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about the loss 2015, 2016.
Yes.
You've had to invest in the business.
Yes.
And put in money. Where were you getting that money from?
I think I've used the business to fund it because I have diverted from electrical services and open a garden service on the side.
Okay.
Yes.
But the gardening services are doing well enough that they can help fund the electrical services, which makes me wonder, shouldn't you just be in gardening services?
Look, as the company is growing and we have built reputation to our clients, that is the direction that a company is taking. Under Dynastic, we're going to have other services except electrical. So what we are focusing on building now, we have our electrical division. And then the beginning of this year, we've launched a construction division, that will focus only on construction.
Okay.
Yes.
So how do you guarantee quality control in your absence?
I've got a guy who worked with me for the past 9 years. His name is Sergio. So the guy was working with me. So he knows my standards. So he's the guy that is in charge for the quality on the electrical side.
Okay. Do you
Yes.
think the electrical business is running at its full potential?
And not exactly. I would say.
And do you think if you are more focused on it, it would do better?
At the moment, I would say it is running about 80%. But looking at previous years and now, I can comfortably say I'm in a position now that the business, it does run without me being present on the business. The focus that the business now needs, it's a strategy to grow with, not to manage the day-to-day operations of the business.
Let's deal with the electrical business, that division.
Yes.
How are you growing that?
In the past years, the business was getting a business through referrals. So we were not doing marketing at all. So now what I'm focusing on is to get people who constantly will sell our electrical business.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's
Yes.
talk renewable.
Yes.
It's an interesting space. It's
Yes.
where the world is moving.
Yes.
What area of renewable do you want to focus on, and what research have you done?
On renewable, I'm focusing on solar installation. The demand is there. but the problem is the funding, because within my electrical business, there's a lot of clients which want solar to be installed into their house. But when we look at the initial investment, it's very high and they can't afford it. So I've tried different companies to fund, to find funding for the clients, which at the moment I haven't succeeded, but I haven't given up. I'm still looking around, because most of the people that I get, they come to me and say, can you install the system and then I can pay you on a monthly basis, which to me, as a small business, it's a risk, because I don't have procedures in place. If someone default on their payment, what is that I'm going to do? Chances I'm going to lose. So that is why I was a little bit skeptical and say, let me focus on getting someone who can take the risk of funding the client, because I'm not big enough now to take that risk.
My concern is that you're chasing growth in two different areas, and I'm not sure that you've got enough capacity to focus on learn construction, get good at it, launch it, and grow in the renewable energy space at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not that I am completely leaving my electrical business. No. Most of our clients now, when they want other services which are not electrical, they normally ask us, do we know someone? So that is where I've noticed that there's a gap here that I can utilize to make some money on the side, irrespective of my electrical business.
Okay.
Yes.
So we'll move on from that.
Yes.
My final comment on that is to say, just be careful that the two can feed each other,
yes,
but they also exist independently.
Yes.
Because if you want the construction business to grow,
yes,
then you're going to have to go and chase construction work that has got nothing to do with electrical work and open up new markets.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Wish you the best of luck. Disagree on a few points, but I think overall you've got a good growth plan and the future looks bright for the business. And congratulations, I think you're doing well.
Okay, thank you so much.
The future of energy certainly lies in renewable energy and the green economy. Sylvester is already positioning his business to survive the future. I'm sending him for a coaching session with Mr. Lucas Molloy, and I believe he'll be able to steer him in the right direction.
I think the conversation was very interesting. There are points that he touched on which I need to go back to the drawing board and look at them and see what do I need to do in order to improve my business.
Ngemva kweminyaka engu-12 uSylvester usezimisele ukuthi athathe i-Dynastic Electrical ayibeke ezingeni elisha. He's going to sit down with his coach, and together they will come with creative ways to venture into the green economy.
What's the number of clients you're sitting with at the moment?
I can safely say we have over 50 clients on domestic market, and about over 20 clients on commercial.
On commercial, yeah.
It's a mix of industrial and commercial.
Yes. The space that you are in, it's a very good space.
Yes.
It's in construction. We're still going to see growth in construction for some time. You are in electrical, you're doing also maintenance on that space. That's good.
Yes.
How much of the business are we retaining? The profits are we retaining from the turnover?
We retain about 40% of the turnover.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So that's good, not bad.
Yes.
What are your challenges?
Is to get employees which have entrepreneurial mind. What I mean by that is people who can take ownership of the business. People who will understand and see the vision of the business, where the business is going.
You see, with staff, until the vision is clear to them, the vision is communicated, and they have bought into the vision, you are always going to have that problem. And sometimes it's things that we need to accept at times. At times, a lot of them will leave, and we've got to accept that people will leave our organizations. They're not going to stay there forever. But when they stay in the organization, we've got to be clear what is it that they are staying on. Do we have job descriptions?
Yes, we do.
We do have job descriptions, yes. Okay. So and systems in place, processes for every function that we have?
Look, we've got systems in place. Like, for instance, on our administrator, there's a document that detailed everything that
Yeah.
as an administrator, first this is your job description,
Yeah.
and then your day-to-day job. On a Monday, this is what you do. On
Yeah.
a Tuesday, this is what you do. But we still find challenges on getting people who can fit into those systems and make them to be productive.
Yeah. There isn't a culture of performance. So I figured he's a person that is very strict in what he wants. And I think at times, if you don't match that with processes and that, it becomes a situation of fear where people are doing things because they are fearful. They're not doing things because they understand the meaning and the importance of them in business. The thing is that you need to put, one is that we put these processes in place. When the processes are there, we need to then do appraisal onto these processes. Okay.
Okay.
Don't do your performance appraisal when people have already done wrong and it's time to get rid of them.
Okay.
Okay. Let it be the process that is there throughout. So a person knows that this is how I'm appraised, this is what I'm appraised on, and this is how often it happens. Many people will go and do a performance appraisal once a year. It's ineffective when you do that.
Okay.
You need to do your performance appraisal, at least I'll say do it every 3 months. So that's the first thing we need to look at. So make sure that your processes are very aligned or they are monitored by appraisals.
He highlighted things that I didn't know about them before, like for instance to reward the staff based on their good performances. So I think that is something that I need to implement into my business, and it can help me to retain the staff.
In any situation, when you reward good behavior, you're starting to create an environment where people do more of good things. And other challenges?
Another challenge is, I would say, it's cash flow.
Cash flow.
Yes, it's cash flow, because we either sitting with too much work and less capacity,
Yeah.
or less capacity and too much work, and that has an impact at the rate of cash flow. Because if you have too much work and you don't have enough capacity, chances are you need to get a lot of temporary staff, and then when the project is finished, you find yourself that your profit margin have decreased because you have spent money.
Because you're spending money.
Yes, and paying people that you had to get to push the project. Yes.
For me, it has got a lot to do also with the market that we are looking at. Okay, so the way we are, where our money is coming from, and the numbers where it's coming from, we will always see that. So we need. I would like to see you diversifying a little bit.
Yes.
So getting to the point where you have got also contracts that are running a little bit long. So long-term contracts, 12 months, 24 months contract, and that those really help a lot with cash flow.
Yes.
When we're doing COD jobs and everything, and that the problem with it is that when a bigger job comes, we should be sitting with a bigger money in the account to be able to service it, and then we start experiencing those such problems.
Sure.
So let's try to make sure that we start looking for long-term contracts. We start looking for maintenance contracts with guys like Eskom and those. Looking at things like reconnections, because they use contractors for such things.
Yes.
You qualify for such things.
Yes.
So go in there, apply, make sure that you're on the databases, make sure that you go and you get such tenders as well, where you are doing maintenance for guys like Eskom, Transnet and those, but also reconnection for municipalities, and that go and look into that market of municipalities and that to do things like they don't have capacity to do such in-house.
Yes.
So this is jobs that they are always outsourcing. What he needs to do at this moment is to go to make sure that he balances contracts with once-off jobs and that. At the moment, he's sitting a lot with once-off jobs. That comes now and then. Perhaps they could be coming every month and that. But what happens in months where the work is not as much as it has been on other months and that, then he starts experiencing cash flow and such things. For your pitch tomorrow, like any investor that you speak to when you want money, one of the biggest things that I would like you to show is that what impact is the 50 grants going to have in the business? What can it change in the business? But also before then, highlight where the business is coming from, where is it going, give projections, okay, and be realistic, be truthful in your projections showing where the business is going and that. If you can have that, prepare a PowerPoint presentation and that. I've seen entrepreneurs coming and wanting to present from their head. Only one was successful in doing that.
We are thinking of buying a big bus where we're going to load lot of electrical material and drive around so that contractors, when they want electrical material, they don't have to physically go to the wholesaler, but the wholesaler will come to them.
I don't understand.
Mfowethu unjani?
Khona kunjani?
Awukhala kusisi? Yebo baba. Ubuyile uzophisha namhlanje?
Yes.
Uzizwa kanjani ngoba izolo bekungathi uconcerned ngepitch ucabanga kakhulu nani?
I-nervousness yona ikhona, but I'm looking forward to do it. Yeah.
Yini into ekwenza ube nervous mfowethu?
Because of ngiyaqala ukuthi ngibeke environment so the first time exposure izoyenza ukuthi ube nervous obviously.
Yebo baba.
Yes.
But sikhuluma ngebusiness lakho?
Yes.
Into yaziyo?
Yes. So I think by the time ngizoqala ngipicture maybe the first light, that nervousness will go away.
Yebo baba.
Yes.
Ake mfowethu ama-churches bakulindile ngaphakathi bayasho ukuthi time is money kwezamabhizinisi. Awubabone mfowethu.
Ngiyabonga baba.
Thank you.
Sylvester, welcome back to Making Moves.
Thank you.
How are you feeling?
A little bit nervous, but I'm looking forward to it.
Take a deep breath. Good. That was a very deep breath. You should be okay. You've got 4 minutes to pitch your business, and you'll be pitching to myself, Martine, and Lucas.
Thank you.
All right. That 4 minutes starts now. Best of luck.
My name is Sylvester Dlamini. I'm the founder of the company called Dynastic Electrical. The company was formed in the year 2005. Just to give you a quick overview on the company, the industry that we're in electrical industry. We've been in business for the past 12 years. We currently have 9 permanent staff. Who are we? We are a technical company striving through professional conduct to be recognized and acknowledged as a major, if not the biggest service provider by both our clients and competitors. We connect technology, we connect energy through technology. We specialize on electrical, solar, automation, installations and maintenance for domestic, commercial and industrial installations. Why we are in business, technical is our passion. We build a large profitable business that will create employment, to create motivated, employable and skilled youth. This is our company structure where we have a director, which is myself, we have an operations manager, we have a sales and marketing analyst, we have an administrator, we have operations assistant, we have receptionist and we have technicians. What makes our business special is we sell control to the clients by continuously communicating the progress or scope of work. We offer services that conform with SANS regulation standards. We are certified to issue property COCs and COCs for electric fencing. At the current moment, our business makes a turnover of about 140,000 a month with 40% as a profit after paying all the expenses. We currently have 9 permanent staff. We anticipate to grow our business by 85% in the next coming years, and the next coming 3 years. This is the table that shows our estimation. Next year, this time, we are looking to be making a turnover of about 259,000 with 103,000 as a profit to that. And we are looking to have about 19 permanent staff. And then in 2020, which is 3 years from now, we are looking to make a profit of about 958,300 with a profit of 290,080 rand and the staff of plus minus 32 people. The next graph is our sales pipeline. This sales pipeline supports the statement that I've just making in the previous slides, because we cannot just give figures without a realistic explanation on why we think we will grow our business. The following 3 projects are the projects that we chose among the projects that we have on our sales pipeline. The first company is Urban Dynamics. We have a contract with them to electrify 700 town RDP houses with the value of 5,700 per house. So the total value of the contract is about 3,990,000 for the period of 6 months. And then the next contract that we have is with the company called East Rand Containers, where we have 16 containers which we have to install electrical equipment in. Each container we quoted 23,000 and the total value is 368,000. Then we have the third major project. This project, the total value of the project is 93 million, which the developer is still in negotiation that we might merge with other companies to do this project. So by looking at this pipeline, we can safely say this is an indication that indeed we can be in a position to grow our business to the rate at what we want by next year. This is our marketing collateral which we use. What's going on here, we choose a busy intersection and then we put our solar division stuff there so that everyone who's passing by can see that indeed solar can be able to power electrical appliances. Why Dynastic must win the 50,000? Our company's vision
All
is to
right,
expand.
young man, your time is up. Thank you very much for your pitch. Unfortunately, you didn't get to why you must win 50,000 and what you're going to do with it and the impact that will have on your business. So let's go straight into our question and answer. What impact will 50,000 have on your business and what are you going to use it for?
We're going to use the 50,000 to do a pilot project because we are thinking to open an express mobile electrical wholesaler.
Just explain that to me. Explain what that business looks like.
As an electrical contractor, one of the challenges that we face is in the morning you need to go to a wholesaler to buy your material. So with this 50,000, we were thinking that we can start by buying a small bakkie and use it as a delivery bakkie for electrical material. And then once that concept is up and running and then we are making profit, we are thinking of buying a big bus where we're going to load lot of electrical material and drive around so that contractors, when they want electrical material, they don't have to physically go to the wholesaler, but the wholesaler will come to them.
I don't understand. And how do you factor the logistics costs in that? Because it's costly.
That is what we are trying to figure it now, because with the 50K, we can start by buying a small pack. And then what we do, we contact other electrical companies and say, listen, if you have an order of X amount, we can deliver to you on site, right? So we want to start it small and then up until we are in a position to buy a bigger vehicle so that we load most of the things that we know that electrical contractor need on a day-to-day operation. Then we're going to drive to site with that stuff.
Okay, Lucas, any questions?
How will that have an impact on the numbers if you add an extra vehicle?
Transport is essential. So at the current moment, we have 2 vehicles that we are using. And now in order for us to expand our team, we need to have more vehicles. So if we can be able to add another vehicles now, I can say we can be able to add our team. And the more teams we have, the larger amount of clients that we can service.
Sylvester, thank you very much. Give us a few minutes to deliberate and then we'll call you back. Thank you.
The pitch went well. I'm a little bit disappointed because I don't know, for some reason yesterday I rehearsed this thing and I thought that I'm within the time that is allocated for the pitch. So I don't know, that end up got stopped without finishing the pitch.
I'm still not convinced you want to spend this money at the right place.
I'm exhausted trying to follow you around. I don't actually know what you want to do. You're all over the place. All right, guys, it's deliberation time. Let me get your thoughts on Dynastic Electrical.
I've got a problem with entrepreneurs that don't finish their pitch.
But he was on his last slide and he told us what he wanted to use
We
the money
didn't know
for.
when the business started.
I'm sure if he was on the last, I'm not sure
he
if
was on the last slide.
No, he wasn't.
I swear he was on the last slide.
I'm not sure.
Kanti mhlambe bakuzwile lokho ukukhuluma ngangwa ngibonile phela kubuzwana kiwa back and forth bekubuza uchaza bephinde bebuze futhi cathi ekugcineni uchaze kwazwakala na.
Ngicabanga kanjalo. Angeke ngazi ukuthi bona bayizwe kanjani message, especially njengoba ngaqedanga lona. ilona slide sokugcina because yiso le slide bekumele sikhulume ngale 50,000. Yes.
Look, for me, the thing is this. When asking for investment, any entrepreneur should understand that your pitch is the most important thing than all the clients you've ever had. You are asking for investment. So at this moment where he wants to spend the money, I don't have faith in where he wants to spend the money.
We have a massive crisis, particularly in the insurance industry, where they don't have black suppliers, and that would give him a stepping stone to getting a good sum of residual income to be able to sustain his business, cover operational costs, all of those types of things. And once that's done, Pepsi, he can then take a sales team and say, let's go and find new business.
Ungani upitche ngaleyo ndlela le ukuthi ukhuluma mhlawumbe into ongakayenzi ukuthi lo mali ufuyithola uzosebenzisa into ongakayenzi.
Le business is not like we are starting something new. It's something esenzayo manje whereby amanye other electrical contractors mabafuna material esaziyo thina ukuthi itholakala cheaper siyithenge sifake ama-cups badayisele.
Nakho.
Yes, so we are actually expanding, but njengoba ibeka manje maybe ku-pitch yami izovela wrong as if lo muntu lo uyozama something angayazi naye ukuthi izophumelela na. So iwari yami lapho, but at the end of the day let the judges decide.
Yebo baba.
Yes.
I was really impressed with his pitch. His credentials, it was doing this. Wonderful history, and then he said, this is what I want to use the money for, and it went and crashed.
Yeah.
It's not very clear. He wants to buy Bucky. I don't know what Bucky he's going to get that's going to run efficiently for 50,000.
And stock for 50,000.
Especially a Bucky that's going to run every day. I don't know if a 50 grand Bucky is going to be, he's going to be fixing it every second day. But just in terms of, I was so impressed. He was on the way somewhere. I love his sales pipeline. He's got some big potential business. So I feel like the guy needs to focus, but he's not focusing.
So there's a lot of opportunities. He needs to go knock on doors.
That's true. All right, let's call him back in.
Siyakubona udlulela kwisigaba esilandelayo noma cha?
No, kumele ngidlulele.
Kumele udlulele. There's only one way to find out. How much is your total scan?
Thank you.
But shona khona.
Ngiyabonga. Thank you.
Sylvester, welcome back.
Yes, sir.
How do you think you did? A scale of 1 to 10.
I would say 6 because
6,
I didn't manage to explain the last slide.
All right, so let's talk about, we got an understanding of what you want to use the money for. The first comment I've got is congratulations on the quality of your presentation.
Thank you.
Up until you got to the slide about what you want to use your money for. For 12 years, a lot of businesses don't survive that long. And you've continued to employ people, you've continued to grow. And I think that is absolutely phenomenal. And congratulations for that. I think that deserves an applause.
Thank you.
Okay, so the slightly more difficult feedback. I am exhausted trying to follow you around. I don't actually know what you want to do. You're all over the place. On the one hand, you've got the electrical business, you want to do more solar, but you want to do some construction work, you've got the garden services on the side, and now you want to be a wholesaler of electrical appliances. You're all over the place, dude. I don't know what you want to do.
Despite the fact that you're in business for 12 years, the fact that you're having to go and look for business to cover your costs every month is extremely concerning. I think the reason you're running is because you're chasing.
I'm still not convinced you want to spend this money in the right place. There's elements in your business that you need to grow. And moving out to be a wholesaler, for me, it's moving out from what you've been cooking for this long, and when it's just about ready to serve, and then we leave it, and then we go cook something else. How much stock can you get with 50,000 rand? and you still have to get the bucky and that. This wholesaler, you are going to start it as a struggling wholesaler already. It will not be able to strive.
All right, my brother, we're going to give you 3 tasks that we believe you must do in order for your business to grow and thrive. The first thing, are you submitting tenders on an ongoing basis?
Yes.
And how much energy have you dedicated to getting business from municipalities, parastatals, and contractors doing work for municipalities, parastatals, and government?
It's not much.
Sylvester,
It's not much, ne?
Yes.
Okay, so you agree with me that you're not giving it enough energy?
Yes.
All right, dude, you need to go out there and go after those tenders. And don't complicate it. Sign on to the tender websites.
yes.
Just go and get the tenders. Start
what's
there.
happening,
And
yeah.
then go and visit the people that have won tenders
Yeah.
and see what's happening with them and see if you can't do work for them. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
It's already working for you. You need to do more of it.
Okay.
The second task, which Martine pointed out, is insurance companies and enterprise development. She works in that space. She knows that a lot of insurance companies are struggling to get black
All of them
suppliers.
are struggling.
Go and see all of them and go and see if you can't get maintenance work. Even if it's a little bit at a time, that is corporate.
And get onto the enterprise development program.
And then the last thing is part of what Martine was saying to you is that just go take a step back and revisit the business plan.
Okay.
Revisit the business plan.
Okay.
All right. So unfortunately, we're not going to move forward with you. We disagree with where you want to spend the money, and we believe that this is not what your business needs. But we have shared with you what we think your business needs. Use the advice.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, and best of luck.
All the
Okay.
best.
All
Thanks.
the best.
Okay. My overall experience here at Making Moves was a wonderful experience because I need to get a message about my business very clear and short, because it have proved on the pitch that I couldn't manage to finish my pitch, and that is one of the reasons why the judges don't understand my business.
If you are an entrepreneur and would like to be featured on the show, contact us on makingmoves@sabc.co.za or visit our website